Hey, I'd like to welcome you to another episode of Mission Matters. My name is Adam Torres, and if you'd like to apply to be a guest in the show, just head on over to missionmatters.com and click on Be Our Guest to apply. All right, so today I'm in downtown Los Angeles. I'm at the Latinitude event. Let me tell you, I do not miss this event. I've been 2 years running, and I'll be here next year again. This is one of NAHREP's largest events in this area, and I don't miss it. And my next guest is President-Elect Edwin. Edwin, welcome, man.
Thank you for having me. Appreciate it.
All right. So first off, I know now you're president-elect for NAHREP, but take me back in time. Like, how'd you get involved? How'd you get started? How'd you learn about the organization? Take me there.
That is a loaded question, my man.
That's not loaded.
Yeah, I know. Well, I mean, so I'm going to try to make it as short as possible for time's sake. I mean, I started being involved with the organization as far as the board of directors concerned in 2017, late 2016. I was actually the president of this chapter of Los Angeles in 2018. So this is where I started.
Yeah.
Obviously, NAHREP is comprised of 100 chapters across the country, extending to Puerto Rico, New York, Florida, Ohio, Chicago, all types of cities, major cities. And obviously for us, this was where it started for me in Los Angeles, 2018 as the president. And then at that point, you know, I started to obviously getting more opportunities through the national board side. Yeah. And then I got elevated to be part of certain boards on the national side. And eventually I was part of the national board in 2022, I believe. Yeah. And then at that point, within that, the national board is like, for me, in my opinion, it comprises of like all the all-stars, all the great leaders from across the country comprised into one place. That's the national board, right? And within that, obviously, worked myself up even more, and then eventually elected me as the next national president for the whole entire country in 2026. Yeah. So I'm excited about that, and that's what I've been doing. I've been touring this whole year. They didn't wait till next year. They already got me working and been going to all different places to spread the word, spread the movement of what NAHREP is all about.
Wow, what an amazing story. And what keeps you so, like, a lot of different things you can do, a lot of different organizations. You're in real estate. We'll get into that too in a moment. But I'm just, for NAHREP, what keeps you so engaged in this? Because a lot of ways you can spend your time in the real estate industry.
Right. You know, I was just talking about this to my agents earlier today, and I think it could be just the legacy that I come from. I found out maybe 10 years ago that my grandfather was a mayor of his city back in El Salvador.
No way.
Right. And then I got cousins who are the current mayor right now, the biggest city in El Salvador right now, Santa Ana.
Wow.
Right? And so I always said, I was joking and said, you know what, it could be genetics. I don't know what it is, but the leadership, the need to want to help the community is there. And I can't explain it. It's not a tangible thing. Yeah. It's just the corazón. You just want to be able to really help the next person and inspire the next person. But in order to do that, and what I just finished talking about, you got to be successful yourself. Yeah, for sure. Be successful yourself, then you inspire the next person and then help them with the hand up and say, let's go, let's get going. So having and being involved in NAHREP, which is the largest Latino trade association in the whole country right now. Yeah. Right. Being part of that.
It's amazing.
What better platform than to spread that movement, spread that message? And so I love exactly what's happening right now, because it's no longer about just real estate. It's any industry that involves successful Latinos, Latinas. Yeah, it's gonna be there next month in San Diego at the Avance Global.
Yeah, it's amazing. Yeah. Talk about what you're doing in real estate now. You mentioned your agent. So talk about your company, talk about your business.
As far as the business side of things, I'm a real estate broker for Century 21. We have over 85 agents right now. I'm also a mortgage broker owner. We have 5 loan officers on that division. I also fix and flip properties. I actually just
How long you been in and you've been in the industry just in general? I'm
18
curious.
years.
Yeah, I thought so, because you have different, like, in your ecosystem you've built. Like, that doesn't happen overnight.
I actually was a software engineer for Boeing, right? And the myth is, how can you go from engineering to sales? Well, somehow I broke that myth, right?
Interesting.
And I quit that job in 2008.
It's the politician, and you already said it. It's in the DNA. You got cousin over here, uncle.
Whatever that is, right? But no, I quit my job at Boeing, and 3 weeks later, the market crashes.
2008?
Yeah, I quit my job. All right, when I go into real estate, and then next thing you know, news is all over the place. Market crashes. I'm like, oh my God, what did I just do?
Come on.
That's it. I try to get my job back.
Of course.
Like, hey guys, I was just kidding. Can I have my job back? Nope, stop. It's over.
Wow, it's Boeing. They ain't doing that. Yeah, that's too corporate.
But you know what? At the end of the day, I made a decision. And I knew what I wanted in my life, and that's what happened.
How did you? I like that you bring up it was 2008, because a lot of times, especially in the media, when we talk about 2008, a lot of things, obviously it was bad. It was bad, period. It was bad. I'm not sugarcoating that. But you look even back at the Great Depression or things like that, like a lot of businesses were started during the Great Depression.
Yeah.
So in this case, 2008, a lot of businesses, your broker or your, I don't know if it's brokerage or what it was at that point, but your career in the real estate industry started during COVID. Lots of different companies started, lots of different business and profit centers and lines.
Yeah.
What kept you like there to like be able to push through?
Well,
because it wasn't easy. 2008, you're going out there and you're hanging your shingle. That's insane. You're literally in the middle of the firing line.
It wasn't. And we can go further depth into all the other, like the bad times. I mean,
that's
it
a bad
was depression. I mean, hit all that, and we can get more. But it was tough. It was tough, but I persevered through that. For me, it's knowing and understanding. Well, you kind of alluded to it in a bit. I have a saying that if you know your history, then you know your future, right? And just exactly what happened in the Great Depression during that time, obviously. Things came up after that.
Yeah, right? And those that can hang on, those that can keep on, the weak hands. And sometimes it's mentally fittest too.
Yeah,
it's not always not always just money fittest.
Correct. And I think that's the part that we have to understand is that if you have a love for something and you have no plan B, then you're going to continue to go forward, right? You got to get to the island and burn the boats. And that's the idea. That's my mentality. It was just pure perseverance, pure of just understanding that there's no quitting in this thing. I made my decision. I'm going to tighten up my belt and say, let's go. Right. Yeah. And that's exactly what happened in the world of the business. And I started to understand that. I went to USC, got my MBA there. So I applied the knowledge there. And there you go, fight on. And so for me, understanding that, I applied that knowledge there and now start building the businesses that we have now. Now we have 5 companies right now at the moment. We got the flipping company, property management company, escrow, mortgage company, the real estate brokerage company, and then a holding company while we buy apartments and doors. So all of that connects.
Yeah.
And I think that's the idea, right? Showing that and doing that. The point of that is obviously to inspire the next Latino, right? And that's why we have people in my company that see what I've done and they want to do the same. And I'm more than happy to show them the way.
Of course.
Right? And so that's what has happened throughout the whole time, the last 18 years.
Yeah. What's your vision going forward? And I'll ask this in a 2-part question. So vision for your real estate, the brokerage, and then also vision. I mean, you're at the national level on NAHREP, like vision.
Well, the vision for NAHREP, I'll start with that, right? I think their vision for NAHREP is that NAHREP is its own ecosystem, right? Its own little world. Yeah. And we're going to create, first of all, we're going to create multiple multimillionaires coming from there. We're going to create our first billionaire probably within the next 5-10 years. Yeah. Mainly because of the fact that they were involved in that ecosystem and that networking.
I believe it. I've been in those rooms. It's real.
With the help of AI that's coming on board, we're going to be able to really leverage that. We're going to stay united. We're going to even, spread the message even further. Yeah. Because what we see here at these local events, I see some first timers and they're like, hey, I don't know you, but this is amazing. Yeah. I wish I knew about this 10, 15 years ago. I wish I was attending these type of events a long time ago. Like,
it's a community.
How do I get involved? Like, I love that question. How do we get involved? So can you imagine this happening in Los Angeles? This is happening across the country. There's events happening almost every other night across the country because there's 100 chapters. Yeah. So all these events are happening and all of them are funneling into the national event next month in San Diego. And so, with that, it's just the momentum is going to continue on. This year's the 25th year that NAHREP is in existence. Wow. So we're going to be celebrating 25 years of NAHREP. So if NAHREP was a person, he's only 25 years old. He or she's only 25 years old. Yeah. Warren Buffett made 99% of his wealth after he was 50. Yeah. So can you imagine what's going to happen after that? I mean, 25 years from now, you'll know where NAHREP's going to be. I know exactly where it's going to be, right? With the help of others and the success that we're going to have individually is going to really give and propel the organization to a whole different level.
It's amazing.
Definitely. And then as far as myself, I see myself becoming a real estate developer. So
that is one of the pieces, I guess. Yeah,
that is the zenith of real estate. Yeah, being a real estate developer, where I want to be involved in major negotiations, like where you're building stadiums, you're building skyscrapers, being involved in these type of buildings and having your hand on that. But you got to start small. You got to start, developing single families, residential, then going to commercial, shopping centers.
It's a process.
Commercial. So if you have that vision, I see it clear as day, high definition. It's going to happen. It's just a matter of just putting in the work brick by brick, day by day.
Yeah. It's awesome. Yeah. Edwin, been a pleasure having you on the show today. Last thing I want you to do, look into the camera. How do people follow you? How do they connect? How do they get involved with NAHREP?
So get involved with NAHREP by following them on nahrep.org. Also attending one of the local events in your local areas. You reach out. You first find out through the website, nahrep.org. And as far as myself, I'm found on Instagram. So it's at The Lotus Broker. So at The Lotus Broker is my Instagram handle. And then obviously Facebook is my name, Edwin Acevedo on Facebook. And so that's where you find me. I'm always there being active, showing what I'm doing day by day. And, hopefully we can connect.
Fantastic. And for everybody watching at home, just so you know, we'll definitely put some links in the show notes so you can just click on the links and connect. And speaking of the audience, if this is your first time with Mission Matters and you haven't done it yet, hit that subscribe or follow button. This is a daily show. Each and every day we're bringing out new content, new ideas, and hopefully new inspiration to help you along the way on your journey as well. So again, hit that subscribe or follow button. And Edwin, man, appreciate you. All you're doing.
Thank you for having me.